There's a darkness spreading, a shadow falling upon creatures who cannot speak for themselves. Animal abuse, a heartbreaking reality, seems to be on the rise. It's an uncomfortable truth we must confront with open hearts and a firm resolve. Every day, countless animals endure unimaginable suffering. From neglect to physical violence, the stories are heartbreaking. These acts of cruelty often occur silently, hidden from public view. The internet, while raising awareness, also shares disturbing images. Behind every statistic, there's a living being experiencing pain and fear. We must never become desensitized to these stories. Each one represents a failure of our compassion. Statistics paint a grim picture of animal abuse. 6.3 million companion animals enter U.S. shelters yearly. Many are victims of neglect or abuse. Over 10 million animals die from abuse annually in the U.S. These figures are just a fraction of the actual cases. Factory farms are notorious for their disregard for animal welfare. The fur industry inflicts unimaginable suffering on millions. These numbers represent real lives and immense suffering. Our relationship with animals is complex, interwoven with centuries of shared history, cultural significance, and ecological interdependence. We rely on them for companionship, for work, and for food. Yet, despite this deep connection, we often fail to extend to them the basic respect and compassion they deserve. From an ethical standpoint, animal abuse is fundamentally wrong. Animals, like humans, are sentient beings capable of experiencing a wide range of emotions, including fear, pain, joy, and grief. To inflict unnecessary suffering upon them is not only cruel, but also a reflection of our own moral shortcomings. Moreover, there's growing scientific evidence to suggest that animal abuse is often a precursor to violence against humans. Studies have shown that individuals who abuse animals are more likely to engage in domestic violence, child abuse, and other forms of interpersonal aggression. Addressing animal cruelty, therefore, is not just about protecting animals. It's also about creating a safer and more compassionate society for everyone. The question arises, where is our government, federal, state, local, to put a stop to this unbelievable abuse and killing of our animals? Where is law enforcement? And where are our churches and its leaders? Section 4. Recognizing the signs. A call for vigilance. Animal abuse often occurs behind closed doors, making it challenging to detect. However, there are telltale signs we can all learn to recognize. These signs may manifest in the animal's appearance or behavior. Physical signs include unexplained injuries like cuts or bruises. Behavioral indicators might involve fear, anxiety, or aggression. Animals constantly chained or confined are also victims of abuse. If you witness suspected abuse, document and report it to authorities. In this chapter, we delve deeper into the statistics surrounding animal abuse. Numbers can often tell a powerful story, and in this case, they reveal the extent of the suffering endured by countless animals. Let's start with reported cases. According to the latest data, there are over 10 million reported cases of animal abuse annually in the United States alone. This staggering figure only scratches the surface, as many incidents go unreported. Next, we look at the types of animals most affected. Domestic pets, particularly dogs and cats, account for the majority of abuse cases. However, farm animals, wildlife, and even exotic animals are not spared from cruelty. Each category presents unique challenges and requires tailored intervention strategies. Geographically, certain regions show higher incidence rates of animal abuse. For instance, urban areas tend to have more reported cases, possibly due to higher population density and increased visibility. However, rural areas are not exempt, often facing issues related to farm animal mistreatment. Understanding these statistics is crucial. They help us identify the scope of the problem and pinpoint where intervention is most needed. By focusing our efforts on the most affected areas and animals, we can make a more significant impact in the fight against animal abuse. Numbers may seem cold and detached, but they represent real lives, each one deserving of compassion and protection. Sponsor of this video, Dr. Mark, an animal advocate and owner of Mark's Animal Rescue. Again begs the question, where is our government, law enforcement, our churches? These institutions treat animals as though they were invisible. God's creations. Our humanity questionable. What a world we live in. All about us. Let's use this knowledge to drive meaningful change and ensure a better future for all animals.